Hello everyone, and welcome to another one of my lovely tutorials here on YouTube. This was a request that I am just now fulfilling. I apologize for taking so long to fulfill it, but life kind of got in the way. Personal things had to be taken care of. Now I have a bit of moment to rest, and therefore I'm making a new tutorial. In this particular one, I'm going to be showing you how to use the channels to create a mask, especially for an image like the one we're looking at right now. As you can see, this lovely lady has a lot of wild flyaway hair that would be very difficult to select out strand by strand. However, the fact that she's on a white background works to our benefit. It'll make it a lot easier to select this hair out. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Now, typically, I always have what I'm going to use most frequently already out and about so I can get to them quickly. So I'm going to click on my channels icon, or you can go to Window, Channels, and it'll open up the menu just the same. So as we're looking at our channels, you're going to see RGB, red, green, and blue. As you can see, the different channels affect how you see the image in different ways. What we're looking for here is the greatest contrast between the background and the foreground. The background being the white, the foreground being the woman. Blue gives us the greatest contrast, so that's what we're going to use. However, we don't want to use this layer. What we want to do is create a duplicate of this channel. So I'm going to right click on the blue channel and I'm going to click Duplicate Channel. I'm going to name it Blue Copy because that works just fine. And we want to make sure to turn on the eye on the blue copy and turn off the eye on the original blue copy. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to try to create a greater contrast between the white in the background and the woman. So we're going to go to Image, Adjustments, Levels. And as you can see, you can also use the key commands to get to this menu. So we're going to go to Levels. And here you kind of want to monkey around a little bit. You want to tinker with the different settings. This is your darks, this is your mediums, this is your lights. And you want to kind of try to find a happy balance between the background and the foreground. You don't want to push it too far because you can see if you push it too far, you start to lose some detail here in the hair. It starts to kind of invade the white a bit too much. So you want to keep the fine detail of the little strands that are flying out in the air. So we're going to pull it back just a bit. We're going to push the midtones a bit more. I think that looks all right there. Now don't worry so much about what's going on in the center. That will be taken care of with the black, with a paintbrush tool using the color black. So I've clicked on my magnifying glass. We're just going to zoom in a little bit. Areas like this is where you want to pay attention. What you're trying to do is create black on white completely. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to your burn tool, which can be found in this menu. You got Dodge, Burn, and Sponge. Use the burn tool. Make sure it's set to midtones and exposure to 100. And you're just going to brush over that shoulder. Go over to the other side here. Now typically what I would suggest is you use your paintbrush tool, make it a certain size, and then just brush that in. But we're not concerning ourselves with that right now. What we're trying to do is just see how the masking option works with the channel layer. So I'm going to zoom back out so we can get a better idea of the whole portrait. Go ahead and click on the paintbrush tool and just kind of paint in with black the center area. The good thing about a portrait like this is that we know there's no spaces in between. Like typically you would see a gap where the hair doesn't meet the neck. You see a part of the ear, but she's got so much hair that it just makes a nice amorphous shape for us to fill in. So now that we've got black on white, we're going to go over to our channels layer and we're going to click on this little icon right here, which is going to turn our black and white mask into a selection, low channel as selection. So we're going to click that, and the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to select inverse. Now we have her selected as opposed to the background. We can close our channels layer now and go over to the layers menu. Right down here, we're going to click on this icon that says add a mask. And what it's going to do is it's going to create a mask that hides the background and leaves her. Ta-da! There we go. And as you can see, when we go and zoom in a little bit, oops, I'm sorry, I had it on minus, not plus. When we zoom in a little bit, you can see it respects all the little tiny hairs. But we have to make sure that it does look good on any other background. That's the whole point of doing this, isn't it? So we're going to create a background layer. We're going to go to this icon in the layers menu. Let's make a solid color. Let's make it a nice dark red. As you can see, there is some issue with a little bit of white showing through. There is a simple solution to that I'm going to show you right now. We're going to make a, which one is it? Brightness and contrast. No, I think curves would be better actually. You can use either or, but I like curves better because it's easier to control. What we're going to do is we're going to take this and just bring it down. Oops, I forgot. We also have to right click on the curves layer and select create clipping mask because we only want it to affect her. We're just going to bring it down. Don't worry about what it's doing to the center. Pay attention to what it's doing to the edges. And as you can see, it's helping to darken those areas so that we don't get that white ghosty effect that we were seeing before. Now we're going to go to the paintbrush tool. We're going to make sure we make our hardness 0 so it's a nice soft brush and make the size about 500. And now we're just going to brush in this area right here. This is an area, a part there you would have to be a little more, you'd have a little more finesse. You kind of have to just select out this area, but you get the general idea. You can use the curves layer to help hide those lighter areas. And that's it. And that's pretty much it. That helps you to maintain this nice fine detail. And if you find another method for darkening those areas that you prefer, by all means do it. I typically like to have images that are very dark, so this method works for me. But if you find something else that works for you, go for it, and I'd love to hear about it. If you could put a comment in the comment section, I'd love to find out and maybe even try it for myself. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!